Hi, everybody. How are you? Happy Thursday. We don't have a lot of questions from last week. I'm assuming everybody's on vacation. But if you have a question today, you should jump in and ask. Before I get going, I will let you know I did a post yesterday on Simmered Cider from the Times, and I will tell you that it is selling well already. So we do have another shipment coming, but if you want it in the next few days, please go ahead and order it right now. So little housekeeping, so to speak. All right. We have a few questions, but like I said, if you have one, jump in and ask. Oh, okay. We've actually sold more of the simmered cider than I realized. I just looked over at it. Okay. If I switch to wool balls, this is a great question, by the way. If I switch to wool balls and a ball of aluminum foil, how do I get rid of the residue? Hey, Kit, how do I get rid of the residue from the fabric softener? It'll wash off in 3 or 4 washes. You can do, I mean, I can explain how, like, you can do stripping and all those things. It's too hard. Just the easiest way to do it, it's just let it wash out. It'll wash out in 3 or 4 washes, but you'll notice it. It'll start to feel softer as you go. Okay. Is it true that you can set the indigo in jeans by soaking them in vinegar? It's sort of true. Can I tell you something better? A fourth a cup of salt in the sink is so much better to set color, and it will set it. I've done it many, many times, but it'll be so much better than trying to do vinegar. You just have more control, you know? How do I repair scratches on my table? Well, you can actually do a couple things. I'm assuming this is like a wooden table, and it's wood color. There's a couple things you can do. You can use tinted wax. You really can use clear wax, and it'll kind of mask a little bit. You can use a walnut, which is a great trick. We put that in the book. You break a walnut in half and use it. But we actually got something called Color Reviver in the store. You can use that too. It's basically a polish that has a little bit of color in it. So a polish or a wax that has color in it's probably a great result. The walnut will also work, but the walnut you may have to repeat a few times. How do I care for my countertops? If they're granite, do not use vinegar. If they're stone, do not use vinegar. It will remove the sheen. You can use vodka. That's great. Vodka is a great thing to clean your countertops with. You can wax them. You can use furniture wax if it's food safe, but you can buy counter wax. You can also buy counter polish. Those things are great because they help seal up sort of the pores in your granite. So it's smoother, but it's also less permeable for stains. So those are the questions we had from last week. What questions do you have? Do you want to see a sneak peek of something really fun? I can probably ask Justin to bring me one. Justin, will you bring me one of those things that's in the case? The candles. Yeah. I'll show you something really exciting. They're in the store. We haven't really announced it yet. Hey, Bethany. How do I clean my stainless steel without streaks? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that you asked. This is such a great trick. You spray it with rubbing alcohol. And wipe it down. And then you polish it with you put 2 or 3 drops of olive oil on a towel and buff the olive oil into your stainless, and you won't have streaks. It's incredible. Powder blush out of light beige carpet. My 4-year-old is an expiring makeup artist. Well, that's exciting. That's very fun. Use a little bit of oily soap, put it on, rub it with a towel. Don't use a brush because sometimes you can over brush the carpet. Use a wet towel to kind of lift it off, and then use a dry towel to blot it. But, okay, so here's the thing that's, oh, hey, Gail. I put my questions on Facebook. Oh, here they are. Okay. They should have shown up. Very weird. How to clean greasy and baked on grease on stove and grill grates. Mineral deposits on planters and vases. Mineral deposits will come off with vinegar. Although it's funny, I love them on pots. I love when they get that white sort of crusty look on the outside of terracotta. Vinegar will take it off. Just soak with some vinegar and water. It's funny, the greasy and baked on grease on the stove, I also use vinegar. So I spray vinegar and water on it. And if it's really bad, if something is kind of baked on there, then I actually sprinkle baking soda on it and then spray vinegar and let it bubble up. And the bubbling up actually lifts the sort of goo. But that's what I do on my stove. Okay, so here's the thing that's very exciting I'm going to show you. We just got them in the store. We have a few. I think they're online. Yes, they're online. Okay, so I'll show you. We just got in Versace candles. Here's its little lid. I'm afraid to hold it with one hand because I don't want to break it. But we got a whole bunch. They smell amazing. They're kind of florally, but also kind of lemony. I mean, they really smell like you're in like a garden. Mona's favorite house was on the Isle of Capri, which was in Italy. And this is probably about what our garden smelled like. It's kind of lemony, camellia-y, very luxurious. It's a very luxurious fragrance. But the candles are very, very special. They're not everyday candles, They're a wonderful little gift. The other fun thing about them is they're actually in Versace China. So when you're done, and they actually just sell the box, you can buy the box. So, they're literally China. So you could, when this is finished, you could put Q-tips or cotton balls, which I think would be great. I also think that, they'd be little candies or, any sorts of things. Vinegar and baking soda is how to clean the drains. Glad to know you. Yeah, Gail, it's the same recipe. Thanks, Tess. I love the candles. I think they're pretty opulent. I want to take one home. I haven't done it yet, but it's probably going to happen because I really want one. I love them. They're beautiful. You'll have to go online and look at them. They're gorgeous little things. And they're kind of a nice size. They're like a tumbler, like a small tumbler size. Okay, what other questions do we have? Oh, and Gail, you're talking about the vinegar to clean your drains. Do you also put vinegar in a bag and put it around your shower head and around your faucet to remove that scale? Because I know that you also live in the cities and we have really hard water. That's my other trick. Yeah, Ginger, those candles are fancy. They're pretty nice. We're the only place in town that have them. So that's sort of fun. But I'm going to do a video about them. But I just thought, we're live. We should have a little quick treat. A little quick, So, yeah. All right. Yeah, I think our lives are a little short in August. They always are because so many people are on vacation. So anyway, all right. We are wrapped for the day. I'll end. I hope you're going to have a good weekend. I'm going to have a great weekend. I have some dinner plans. I'm going to make some things because Ross has concerts the next 3 nights. So I thought I'd cook for Sunday. So anyway, I hope everybody has a really great weekend, and I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, how about, let's see. Clean the seatbelts. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked this, and I'm glad that we caught it because I really want to explain it live. So, soap and a brush to clean your seatbelts. Do not use a solvent. You could use stain solution if you need to. Mix up soap and a brush, scrub it in, take a towel with clear water, wipe it out to basically rinse and then blot it dry. So, all right, everybody, have the best weekend ever. I'll see you next week.